This is going to be a short video because I want to cover a couple of data points, which are just the carry number and the total distance. They don't need much explaining, but I do feel there needs to be a little bit of a real talk about actually how far people hit the golf ball. So when I am practicing, I'll be honest, when I'm practicing by myself, I don't even worry about the total distance at all. I won't even have it on the screen. I will only have the carry number on the screen because that's the important number that you need to have in your mind about actually how far your clubs go. Because when you are playing, ground conditions, elevation changes, softness of the weather, etc., are going to play a different role in how far the total distance goes. So if I go and play a golf course that is rock solid in the middle of the summer, then I'm going to get a lot more roll than I would do in the winter. Now, yes, I know that in the summer the ball flies through further through the air because the air is thinner, and then it doesn't fly quite as far in the winter, but the roll is going to be a big difference. The other important factor is if I'm thinking that I hit this was a driver shot in a previous video, not one of my finest efforts, but if I'm thinking that my driver goes 243 yards and I'm on a tee shot and I've got to clear a bunker at 230 yards, for example, and I'm like, oh, that's easy, I'll just hit my driver because my driver goes 243 yards, well, guess what's going to happen? I'm not going to clear the bunker at 230 yards because it only carried 225, 224, should we say. So you need to understand your carry numbers, and especially for irons, it's all about carry. If you look at any golf course, the majority of the hazards, the ditches, the bunkers, the trouble that's going to catch you out is at the front of the green. Making sure that you can carry that golf ball far enough to the green. And if we're talking about course management very quickly, I wish every amateur played to the back of the green rather than where the flag was, because I can guarantee that you will hit more greens in regulation. If you understand your carry numbers, the total distance is just going to be a variable that's going to change. But if I know that I carry my 7-iron 145 yards, that for me is better knowledge and information when I'm playing, because I know how far I can fly the golf ball, and then I can take into consideration the trouble that I'm trying to avoid. So it's a very, very simple video. Like, when you're practicing, just don't get sucked in to thinking that you hit the ball maybe further than you do. Worry about the carry number, and then the rest of it will take care of itself. So, for example, what did I say? I said 145 carry. So let's see how close I was to that. I've been warming up a little bit. 7-iron in hand. 145 carry. I've got a little bit more. Struck that really nicely. Now, if I think it's 154 and I've hit it 152, am I going to be in trouble that I've carried the ball 7 yards further? Probably 9 times out of 10, no. Realistic expectations of how far I carry the golf ball. I don't care that it's got 164 yards. It's very nice though. It's quite good for me. I'm only a small little guy. And if you watched the previous video, you could see that the efficiency was 136. It was a good smash factor. It was a nice shot. It's ended up quite nicely. So just be very aware of carry numbers. When you are practicing, take into the carry numbers as your main factor. And the best thing that I would do for when you are practicing and going, right, I want to know my numbers, I would hit 7 shots. Because the fourth one, the fourth closest, the fourth longest, is therefore going to be the one in the middle. I think 7 shots is enough for you to get a bit of an average of actually how far you hit your shots. But if you hit 7 shots with one club, and maybe not be aware of the distance, just hit 7 shots in a row, then you can then go onto your data perspectives, and then you can see the number 4, so you can disregard the 3 that you didn't strike very well, maybe didn't get quite a good enough smash factor. the 3 that you absolutely ripped that are just maybe don't happen on an average basis, then you know how far you're going to hit this golf ball. So do that with all your clubs, 7 shots. The one in the middle is your average. Make a note of that. And then when you're playing, really focus on the carry distance, not the total distance. Also, talking about knowing your numbers, if you use the RCOS, which I do, and I'm a huge believer of it, then you're going to get absolute accuracy with actually how far you carry your clubs, because this is taking your data points around the golf course, and on the app, it will then give me the information of exactly how far I hit each club within the last 100 shots. And you will see that slightly change through the seasons, especially here in the UK, where obviously we're now entering obviously more autumn, winter. My distances are going to decrease because of the ground conditions and because of the temperature. In the summer, it's great fun. The ball travels forever and it's nice and sunny. So, again, if you're watching this on YouTube, I would love a like and subscribe if possible, please. And if you are watching this on Skillist, you are an amazing golfer. So, have a great day.